Film. What's up, Film Jammers? Today we've got the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K in the house, and we're going to be doing some side-by-side comparisons with our ARRI Alexa Mini. What's that? You're comparing a $1,300 camera to a $50,000 camera? What are these guys smoking some funky CBD up and down? Well, the results actually might surprise you, so stick around as we compare them both in 24p, 60p, 120p, 4K, 1080, RAW, ProRes, Reese's Pieces, Snickers. Today we have Michael Green here. He's brought out his Blackmagic Cinema 4K camera. We're gonna pit it up against the ARRI Alexa Mini. We'll see how it compares when you do some ProRes footage on both of these cameras. And then also we'll shoot RAW on the Blackmagic, and then we'll shoot ProRes 444 XQ on the ARRI.
This might win, but this might hold up.
We've got the Canon 50mm EF-L lens on here, and on the ARRI we've got the 50 Canon CNE lens. So they're very comparable lenses optically. We didn't have two of the exact same lenses, but this is pretty much as close as you're gonna get. Now the Blackmagic 4K, we've got a speed booster on there, so that's gonna allow us to attach EF mount lenses. It also converts that native micro four thirds of the sensor to a Super 35, which is also the same as the Super 35 size that the ARRI Alexa Mini has. So we're trying to make our comparison as close as we can. Now we are filming this episode in 4K, so make sure to turn those monitors up to 11 to get all that 4K goodness. You ready to get started? So at 2398 4K, both cameras are looking pretty similar. The Blackmagic held up really well in sharpness, and the colors are also looking pretty good. Now there may be a slight green cast when you're looking at the Blackmagic compared to the ARRI, but overall when I'm thinking about the price of these two cameras, the Blackmagic, I don't know. Okay, Noah, let's have you go. Our camera guy is now going to be on screen. All right, so what is your walk-on track here, Noah? Is it AC, DC?
Led Zeppelin.
All right, we're gonna try and find a royalty-free version of a Led Zeppelin sound-alike song for you. Led Blimp. This is Led Blimp, folks. Both cameras looked pretty solid at 4K 60p, I thought. The footage on the Blackmagic, it was really smooth, it looked very natural. The colors again on the ARRI were a little bit better to me, but they're pretty close. And if you're talking about a camera that's almost 50 times more, I mean, it's pretty amazing what the little Blackmagic can do. Now, both of these cameras do not shoot above 60 frames when you're in 4K. So to get to 120 frames a second, we had to downres to 1080p. So one of the big benefits of the Alexa is you get that nice sharp slow-mo. You can go all the way up to 200 frames per second in 2K on the Alexa. So yeah, you're paying a lot more, but you're getting some nice stuff there. When we go to 120 frames per second on the Blackmagic, it does crop in on the sensor. It's noticeably grainier and softer than the Alexa image here. So personally, I'd probably steer clear of using 120 frames on the Blackmagic unless I really needed something slowed down, because I prefer that crisper 60p on the Blackmagic. skin tones. Now, the biggest difference so far that I'm noticing is that the ARRI is holding up a bit better on those skin tones. Just overall, the color seemed a bit more natural on the ARRI. But with just a slight color correction tweak, we made a custom LUT for the Blackmagic, and it's pretty darn close. Rolling shutter test. Let's try it out with both of the cameras. The Alexa and the Blackmagic both look pretty good to me, so I don't think it's an area of concern for either of these cameras. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on our park scene. We're gonna take this footage, bring it back to the post-production suite, and we're gonna go back to the studio and do a low light comparison of both these cameras. It's getting dark, too dark to breathe. It's a song. For the low light test here, we've got both cameras set to ProRes again, 422 HQ, and we've also got them at 4K. We still have the 50mm lenses on. We're shooting at an f2.8 right now. All right, so we're gonna do a low light and then an ultra low light test.
Ready, let's do this.
Let's do it!
Awesome.
So the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K is your camera. Thanks for bringing it by.
Yeah, of course.
What are your thoughts when you saw this compared to the Alexa Mini?
I thought it was kind of amazing once we put the speed booster on there. The actual focal sensor size, I guess, it matched so well when we did a side-by-side, and that was kind of cool, just seeing how close it could actually get. Man, it's amazing how much a $50,000 versus this $1,000 camera, basically.
I think for the price, the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K is probably the best starter camera out there if you're getting into cinema production. You also get a license for Resolve too, so you can start editing your footage right away. It's a really nice entry-level setup. Things to keep in mind are you're gonna have to use some ND filters when you're shooting outside. And I wish it had on the Blackmagic, but we did use external NDs on that camera so that we were able to shoot outside in broad daylight. And you're also gonna need a lot of batteries. This camera goes through the batteries pretty quickly. But the menu system, the interface, it's very intuitive, and I love that about the camera. So what do you think about this Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K camera versus the ARRI? Let us know down in the comments, and we'll see you next week.
Raw.
ProRes. Caramellos, whatchamacallits. Wait a minute, that's my grocery list.